Good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Hope everyone's doing good. Good morning, Tom. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see what's going on because I just opened the charts and I see this massive move down at 8. Let's see, because of this, what do we have during this session? How's the week going for everyone? As always, we're going to start with the daily chart again, see how the daily is looking. Small green. Okay, that's nice. Green, it's always good, even if it's small. Okay, checking the daily. We're still at all-time highs. Daily chart. It seems like we keep going higher. We're not going with the same like strength that we were going. It's obvious. We had a big move the past few days, so at some point we're gonna need to retrace some of this move if we want to continue going higher. To be honest, I don't know if we're gonna continue higher or we're gonna go down. I've seen a lot of people say that we're gonna have like a big drop from here. Um, yeah, I don't see the future, so I'm just gonna see whatever I see. Um, we don't have any fair value gaps on the daily. The only one is down here. So far, I really need to see like a bearish day to actually expect this fair value gap to get tapped. For now, nothing on the daily, like nothing that I can extract from the daily. 4 hour, the 4 hour, we have a fair value gap where we already closed both times, like we went through it twice, and both times we closed above it. So that's a really good sign. One more. 1 hour, the 4 hour, like not much, just this fair value gap. I want to see if we can keep going higher from here, or instead we go lower and then perhaps probably gonna aim for these lows here. If we move lower, that's the scenario that I want to look for, getting into these lows here. But for now, the 4 hour gap is holding, so I'm gonna treat it as a support area. 1 hour, same thing. We have a 1 hour fair value gap. Let me change this. This is a 4 hour fair value gap. This is a 1 hour fair value gap here. Nice. And we're bouncing. We tapped into this bearish one, completely filled. If we can close above, there's gonna be an inverse fair value gap on the hourly. Not yet, so this is like still. So yeah, I would really like to see a continuation move higher. If we can, if like the session opens and we have a clean manipulation to the upside and then we start moving lower, obviously I'm gonna take it anyway. But I'd really like to form a bias and see if I can trade towards the bias for more conviction. And the 15-minute, what do we have here? We have a 15-minute gap right here. Good morning, Ed. So yeah, maybe like a little bit move lower to then go higher. The target is what I'm trying to find, what makes the most sense. I would aim for Asia high. We have these three highs here. I could, but still we still have like a long way to go there, just because of this big drop here. That was news, if I'm not wrong, like something about like U.S. attacking two boats from Iran or something like this. And then on the 1 minute, pretty much the same thing. I really want to see opening to the downside to then go lower. Let me check crude oil real quick. This oil. No, not sure about what oil is going to do. Like in the daily, we tapped into this fair value gap again. So as long as we are below this fair value gap on the daily, I'm going to be looking because I don't trade oil that much, but I would assume that we are going to keep continuing lower. Gold, and gold kind of on the same spot. We're tapping into this 1 hour. So far, I really want to see the 1 hour close above the fair value gap. For now, let's focus on NQ. Nothing on oil or gold for me. I don't trade those assets. Let me get rid of the fair value gaps. What? The 5 minutes until the open. Yeah, here. Yeah, what I really want to see is a move lower to then go higher on support and keep moving higher. Looks like we're gonna retrace the whole candle or movement that happened with news. Let me check if we have news. I didn't check yet today. Oh my bad. Check calendar. Today is 23rd. Okay, we don't have news today. No, we don't. Oh, we do have unemployment claims. I don't know why it's tagged as orange. but we have unemployment claims, or we had unemployment claims. But that was probably the move at night at 8:30. No, it wasn't. 2 minutes. Good morning, Anthony. How's your day going in the week? My take on goal, to be honest, checking on a daily 4 hour. Morning, good morning. I don't know why I think we go lower on gold. Like the daily is not telling me much either. We don't have any fair value gap or anything here. 4 hour, maybe a move higher into this 4 hour gap. Could be. But so far, until we close above this fair value gap on the hourly, I wouldn't look for, like, I wouldn't switch to long bias. Okay. 3 a.m. open. Let's see if we can get something. This is a 15-minute gap right there. Let's see if we can get the 15-minute gap. So far, really slow. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Andreas. Good morning, Slim. Been trading. For now, we are waiting. I was looking for this 1 hour gap plus 15-minute gap. This is a 1 hour gap, and we also have a 15-minute gap. So I would really like to see price get there and then keep going higher. My idea is that we retrace the whole move to the downside. Yes, looks so much weaker. I didn't even check yes, but wow. Yep, completely. We have a huge SMT here on ES with these highs rather than in Q, and it's going up. Yep, we do have SMT. I went along and Q short, yes, yeah. Usually when this happens, you shouldn't be trading. Like when you don't, like when you there's that much correlation that you don't wanna, that you cannot find the same trade. It's a sign that you shouldn't be trading. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a slow session, that's for sure. Yeah, basically same thing. No, I searched on New York. No, yesterday I couldn't even like sit on the desk, like on at my desk and check the charts. I didn't have a moment, so I didn't trade. I got conflicting gaps on both sides and looking very. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, like when this happens, when you have conflicting bias and both assets are looking like really different. Probably the best is just to sit out and don't open any like don't open any trade. We didn't tap into anything. Looks like we're gonna move higher. No, nothing. Let's see if we still can get to this fair value gap. Like I really wanna get involved as soon as we get into this 1 hour gap. Still in Thailand, yeah. I do. I'm still in Thailand. Today I'm really, really tired. I woke up at 6 a.m. just to go scuba diving. And it's like 2 p.m. already. Once the hour reaches the favorable gap, the 4 hour is still against Juno. Yeah, it should be. It's gonna be an anticipation of the 4 hour. 4 hour. 4 hour. 4 hour. Yeah, Nate. You have an idea about the 4 hour, the 4 hour breakout? What if I, end with the IV stats? But did you check it, Nate? Like, did you actually made the research on it? If not, I can check it. Good morning. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm extremely tired, but I'm good. Oh, you don't have this up. I can check it. I'm gonna check it. Hopefully, we don't have a ranging day. Hopefully, I hope we have a ranging day. I mean, so far, London session doesn't look promising at all. Go sleep, bro. I wish. We're gonna run the stream and I'm gonna go to sleep after. Yeah, take a nap. Oh, I can stream for you. That would be funny to see. All in, all on gold. Damn. GG, Anthony. And now it's time to keep it slow with the fundeds in this transaction. What do you want to see? For now, I want to see price get into this gap that's also a 15 and an hourly gap right there here. Last 15-minute gap. So I wanted to see it open, just go low, go lower to then go higher. No, my fish really okay, true. I mean, I like how we are leaving these highs here. I know we have S&T on with ES on all of this, uh, but so far we can leave this, tap the fair value gap, and then go higher, aim for this high here to remove the S&T and also attack this high. That would be perfect. Dollar, nothing, gold. Mhm. And it looks like we can might have the move lower and start going higher. We're completely ranging. Should trade DAX. Yeah, I know some people that trade DAX and they do really, really good during London. I just never like took the time to actually see, like check the chart or anything. Yeah, that's true. That's completely true. And it's normal. Because usually when we have a big move during Asia, what we do next is like it's start moving against that move that happened, rebalancing some of it, so we kind of expand against the move, and then London open, and we just get stuck in a range. I mean, I think we can see a reaction off of this. Like, it would make sense, higher time frame wise, that we get a reaction of the 1 hour and 15-minute gap. But yeah, we need to get there. That's the only issue that I have it with right now. It's just that we're not moving. If the egg aligns with the fire breakout, we should see a bullish move fan and low has formed first. Well, Ice Cube, doing good, doing good. Tired today, as you can see, but doing good. I would do better even Q decided to have a good London session, but it is what it is. How are you doing, by the way? No, no, no. I'm in Thailand, so it's 2 p.m. Good morning, Yab. You sup? You told me you saw it. Glad to be here. Thank you so much, brother. And thank you, Ice Cube. I don't know what we're gonna get today, because seeing so far what NQ is doing, not much I can do. We had great sessions. I think this week we had I stream. It's Thursday. I stream Monday. Yeah, it's not moving at all. Like we are at the open of the London session. Monday was a great stream. I streamed with Alex, and he caught a break even. I caught a long, a winning long. It was a great one. But it is what it is. That's part of the London session. That's part of trading London. That when price action is not it, it's just not it. Yeah, I know. To be honest, I know what your guys are saying, that we shouldn't expand out too much. I think what I'm looking for realistically is just a move towards this high. It's all I'm looking here on the 1 minute is something like this that I can capture towards this high. That's it. Beyond this high, about like above this high, I don't even care what we do. We can keep ranging. But yeah. I get the idea that we might, like, I already had the idea that we could just range because of the overnight move, but it is what it is. Let's see. Let's just see. Yes, way stronger. We might even create an SMT. Mm, You all trade a different model? What do you mean? Like between Alex, Kane, Leo, Bray, me? They we all trade different models. Um Maybe you can find that Bray and I have a similar model just because we use breakers. Um One more. Alex uses OBs. Um Leo trades something similar to mine. Like you're gonna see that Leo and I we find each other in same trades most of the times, but he trades CISD. The thing is, we all trade different models, but we end up taking similar positions, like same positions. Like we find you're gonna see our trades at the same time or around the same area. You all trade different, yeah. You only look at ES for SMT. Yeah, I don't use YM. I've always used the S with NQ, and that's it. Let's see. The only thing here is that if we keep going higher, what I have to use as the breaker is going to be this. That's the only thing that I don't like. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, like pretty much everyone sees the same direction. Entries and stop losses are gonna be set different, like slightly different. Uh, but usually we end up taking the same trades because like like the concepts work pretty much in a similar way or another. To be honest, for me, if we can get another sweep, sweep the low again, and be able to use this as the breaker, that would be perfect. Like if we can do this, that's perfect. 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. We're tapping the 4 hour. So far, there's an inverse fair value gap here. Outside FPG. Hmm. Trading lambda session is a great exercise of patience and discipline of not doing anything until your model shows up. Because like during New York, you might you might not find like anything for you to trade, but at least everything but at least everything's moving. So you can take red and it's not gonna feel like you're here watching the same chart for ages and nothing happens, you know? Okay, we got closure above this. I'm probably gonna open it. You need to go. Okay, no closure above yet. I don't know why is it so light. Better. What above this? Yeah, you're right. You're right. If this 1 minute candle closes above this in 6 seconds, I'm gonna get into this trade. It didn't close above. Now we have a fair value gap here. Fair value gap. I mean, for now, we have the reaction from the fair value gap. We can clearly see that we have the reaction from the fair value gap. We have the liquidity sweep here. Liquidity sweep. I know we are playing a really tight range. It is a really small move. But you look, I don't really like to use the 30 seconds during stream. I do sometimes use it on my personal trading. I just prefer to not use it on stream. But yeah, probably if I was trading by myself. Okay, I'm back. Do we have some tea? Yeah. As I was saying, I don't usually use a 30-second chart on stream because I know it's a time frame that it's not for everyone. It's not something that I would recommend to anyone. Like 21 starting, obviously. So that's why I just prefer to stick to the 1 minute chart. I think it's enough lower time frame. I think going lower, it's just something that for someone starting might be not like the best. Okay, good decision by not getting into this too early. I really wanted to see a confirmation closure above the breaker. Yeah, my chart's frozen. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's completely frozen. Now you should be able to sit. Now it is not frozen, right? Yeah, now it's working. As I was saying, thank God, like not thank God, like good decision to not take any trade here in advance. We didn't get the closure on the 1 minute that I was looking for. We did have a week here, but not a closure. So that's a no-go for me. I really need to see the closure above the breaker for me to confirm this. But yeah, we weak the entry. We didn't get the entry. So we are not taking a loss here. Now we're moving lower. So now that today we are 70 of us here on the stream, it's going to be one of the most boring sessions for the past couple weeks. What about cold? Nothing. Crude oil. Nothing. Uh, Let me see. Yeah, like ultimately, my drawn liquidity would be this equal highs here. Let me just zoom in. Would be these equal highs here that are aligned with Asia session. We still have a way to go. But yeah, for me would be 2700. At this point, if we start moving higher, I don't know if I like the breaker enough anymore. Uh, we're approaching the same area. Let's see if we can get a closure above this. Mm, No closure again. If it breaks those highs, which highs? The ones that I'm looking for are still on liquidity, or this highs here. Like if we break this high. Yeah, to be honest, like I'm not a fan of any of this right here. Like I would really want to see a closure above here and then not going back. Or, but hey, no trades taken, nothing to worry about so far. It's just boring price action, but at least like it's just wicking. We didn't have a closure above. I didn't take any position. We are still chilling, just waiting. Yeah, yeah, Uni. To you, and I think to every one of us. Oh, you're in lungs, Andres. But you have the stop loss. You have the stop loss at the low. You guys got stop break even. Press long and close the charts. Best advice. Joking. Yeah, you swept the lows again. Yes. What did he have to? So we swept the lows also on yes. We don't have something anymore here. Just grab anything. Nothing. We tapped into it 1 hour, like a while ago, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. When we make the market drop, I'll click buy and we'll drop. Then do it, please, because I think everyone here is waiting for a long to happen. Exactly. Same thing for me. Like I just can't short here. Yeah, we swept this lows again, so let's see if we move higher now. Now the breaker that I should use, it's gonna be this one. That the only downside is that now the trade looks like the take profit is way higher. No, it's just pretty much around the same area. Same thing as before. I really need to see a closure above the potential breaker block. Otherwise, I'm not taking anything. At some point, we're gonna catch the right liquidity sweep, the right 15-minute sweep. I mean, so far the good thing is that we didn't get induced into any positions. We're waiting for a confirmation for a closure about the breaker. We are not getting any of this, so we're not taking any. No, no, above the whole candle. It has to be, at least for me, it has to be for the whole, like above the whole candle, not just the body. That's why for the breakers, I always use the whole thing. Juno, who's your mentor? Um, like I don't have a mentor. Um, I learn everything from a person already. His name is like Styler. He passed away last year. But yeah, I learned everything from him, and yeah, like I obviously I learned the basics, like the unicorn model from him. Then I changed some stuff that I think it fit way more the way I trade myself, and I really made like my own version of that model. But it's pretty much the same thing. It changes like a couple of things. Thank you because I'm enjoying it so far. It's crazy. I'm tired some days, like today. It's nonstop doing things. Um, but it's really fun. Oil looks pumpy. Oil, 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 oil. Oil looks pumpy. And God, we tapping this 15 minute on oil. Do we tap the 1 hour also? Oh yeah, we're trying to get away from this. Um, 1 hour gap. 5 hour gap. Um, of your background. I'm in Thailand. I'm staying, I'm in Koh Tao, in an island. Is and that's the chicken queue. Thank you. And that's just the background of the house I'm staying at. Okay, we get a closure here. I might get into this. I'm going to say more about when. Uh, hope by the end of the month, Picasso. We're doing some changes and like refining everything. Okay, I'm gonna start setting this one contract here. I'm gonna set the order already. 10 minutes to go for it. I don't think we're gonna close below the entry now, so like the limits are in. Now it's just a matter of if I get an entry or we move higher from here. It's gonna be one of these sessions, guys, where I might try to look for something, and then when it happens, I just cannot get in. Let's see. We have the fair value gap aligning with the breaker, so that there's going to be a unicorn setup. We have the fair value gap here. It didn't left us. Now the thing is, if it's going to hold, or we just swept these highs here to then go lower. That's the true question. We tag the fair value gap here. Mm. Now, just to keep going with the trade, in case we sweep like now, the question here is, when do I want to go break even if I really think about going break even? And when do I want to get out of this position? The truth is, I think if we get to this high, like I know my take profit, like the limit order is just slightly above the high. We might get there or we might not get there because the trade is not like fitting inside my drawn liquidity. So now here the question is, do I want to get out at the high? Do I want to move to break even at the high, expecting a push above the high for my final take profit? So this tool that I have here is drawing 2R. This is 1.62R. I think I'm gonna be cautious. I don't want to be greedy, and I'm gonna get my take profit at the high here, right here, because I think just having a green session the way it started, like the way we've been ranging, I think it's going to be a great win already if we manage to go to take profit. Now let's see if we can get a closure above this high this week here. That would be really nice. In the coming 15 seconds, if we can get a closure above this, and that's it. That's a take profit. GG, guys. That's what comes with patience, I guess. Trading trading on the session. GG, guys. Yeah, that was a perfect setup. Like, that's exactly what we were looking for. We had the first sweep. We didn't get the closure above the breaker, so no entry at that point right here. And then we had another sweep. But yeah, the whole idea was that we couldn't trade against the 15-minute or the 1 minute, the 1 hour fair value gap. So the only thing for me here was a fucking clean move. Yeah, to be honest, it is. And the drawn liquidity, I think it was spot on. I don't know if we're gonna keep going higher, but I think so far the reaction from it is decent. So yes, I was saying the whole idea was to not trade against the 15-minute and the 1 hour gap. So the only thing for me here was to just wait for a long setup. And yeah, the first liquidity sweep, that was the breaker that I was aiming for. We didn't get a closure above the breaker, so we didn't take the trade. Then we moved lower. We swept again the lows. We established the new breaker, and as soon as we had the closure above the breaker, that was the moment where we decided to just get in. Do you know where I can style your models from Lab? Are you still have Discord community? What's the pricing? I don't have a Discord community. I was inside the lab and I was teaching this same model. I guess the best thing you can do if you want to learn is just tune in the streams. I usually stream during London session. I don't mind running part of the streams about educational streams. Like I can prepare something to explain the model, to run questions, whatever. You can also follow me on X, where I post like setups, I don't know, stuff that I just release on there about the model. And I'm sure you're gonna like you don't have to pay anything. Like I don't have a Discord community, a paid one. Juno Trading. If you look for Juno Trading, you're gonna find myself. And again, I think you can extract pretty much everything you need from my X page. Also, I have a YouTube channel with the same name. Can you put it? Yeah, at Juno Trading. Yeah, at Juno Trading. That was to say we can short against Jason. We got it right. GG. Let me just show the executions here to. All right, perfect. You're welcome, brother. Plan was there, and we needed to do was to just wait and execute. That's how everyone should trade. Another payout secure now for the fourth day in a row with the daily plan at trade fight. Damn, Anubis, GG. Good one, good one. It wasn't an evaluation, my trade. I took it on an eval that I'm trying to pass. That's why you saw me like not taking that much of a size. Thank you, thank you. Will you also take as the part of a regular? It's also bullish on micro chart. Yeah, I guess so. You could, oh, true. On the micro, it's bullish. So I guess you could use it, yeah. Like the only thing is that I I really believe more what NQ shows rather than what MNQ shows. That was nice. That gave exactly 2R and started moving lower. GG. very lines for London session, true. Especially with this one. We were playing like a really small range here on the 1 minute. Um, why the micro and why the micro and the mini chart are different? I don't exactly know. Um, they're different contracts, I guess. So they have like different things. The thing is, Andres, what I really look for is to always do or take into consideration whatever NQ, not the MNQ, what NQ is telling me. I still think Michael's MNQ chart, no idea why. I don't know. I have no idea also. Like I'm just telling you guys what I do. Like I don't know. Like you can do whatever. Like you can try and see. Like I've never like I know there's differences. I mainly trade the NQ contract rather than MNQ, so I always take into consideration what NQ tells me. I don't know why. Like I think if I'm not wrong, I might be wrong. But I think NQ has more volume than MNQ. Like they're different contracts, and I think um, the mini contract has more volume. So I guess that's the one that I want to believe. I might be wrong though. I'm not really sure. Mm, 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 mm. Here, let me check the chart. Okay, so here, most likely, I'm not gonna get anything more. Like I think what I thought the market had to do, it did. I think you had 10 times the amount of contract that why sometimes you see had taken a cube and Q is the one we should follow. Okay, thank you, Novice. As I was saying, I don't think I'm gonna get anything else from me here. The truth is, all I thought we could get from this London session, I mean, there's still time to go, obviously. But what I thought the market was going to do, it did. We said the drawn liquidity. Let me just mark it out because then I'm going to post this on X. Draw liquidity. And then we had our high time frame reason of why we wanted to see price go higher. So we established the high time frame context successfully. And then we just had to wait for price to get there and show us the entry signature. It was a quick trade. It was like just 3 minutes of a trade. Crazy. Crazy. And just that was the initial TWAR. I closed here, but that was the initial TWAR. That's the trade. Any questions on the trade, guys? I think it's the time for it. No questions about this, right? I think it's clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've had a great run so far. I think Monday we had a win also during London. And I think Thursday last week we also had a win. So we are kind of on a winning streak. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. That's why I really think like doing the streams here is also part of teaching, not teaching, but showing what really trading is, where we just had to wait for an entire hour to just get 3 minutes for us to get the trade that we wanted. When you approach the market this way, you're gonna do way better than instead of it like doing it this way, you approach the market with like high expectations of getting a trade. Them, yeah, because of them and Q. Yeah, sorry. Also, good thing to note is that when we see that the price, even though we got the 2R and then it moved down again and it tapped the breaker and then it stopped again on the breaker and it started moving again to the upside, it means like that we had like the great breaker, the good breaker there. What are you taking? A moment to check that like count because I think we are 77 people right here and just 25 likes. Come on, please just do it for the win. Click the like button just for the win. Juno, what do you prefer, 5K or a millionaire advice? Uh, bro, 5K, that would be nice to have right now. I could get, I could stay in a nice villa for like a few days here. But I guess I have to say the millionaire advice. I already clicked it 6 times. Hi, can you help? Waited for the setup, follow the rules, and still didn't pull the trigger again. Okay, I guess from what you're saying is one, like, do you know the model that we're trading here? Like, not like the whole thing, like Alex, Kane, Bray, Leo, me. Like, specifically, do you know the model that I'm trading? Because usually you really need conviction um, to put money on the line. Um, so I guess you really need to know what you're trading. I'm assuming that you don't really trade the unicorn or the way I trade, and that's why you're hesitant on taking the trade because you don't really know what we are doing, what we are trading, what you are seeing is like the right thing that is happening. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm, but yeah, I think that the fear, like the paralysis of taking a trade, comes from doubt and doubt in the model or what you are saying, and to be able to not experience that moment of doubt and and like not knowing if the trade is worth taking or not, you really need to create conviction in the trading model that it's being traded. You can do it through paper trading, um, back testing, sorry, or forward testing, but with low risk. But at least for me, when I see this type of trades where I frame the idea beforehand and then I see everything happen really close to what I've had in mind, it gives me the conviction of, okay, really need to take it, because like I've read the market really well, that if I don't take what I said I was going to take, I'm going to be failing my own analysis. So I trade my setup. The paper trading was good. Also, for how long have you been trading this model that you just said? That's also a really big part, because this type of setups, I've been like looking for this type of setup for 3 years. So these 3 years gave me the conviction of seeing this happen over 6 months. Like it's not that enough. Like you really need to know, like you really need to be aware that you're gonna commit this type of mistakes with just 6 months into trading. Like it's something really normal. Like it would be different if you would have been trading this model for 2 or 3 years, and you still had like this doubt, or you would be hesitant of taking a trade. That would be something to be like, that it would feel weird, because you, like 2 or 3 years is just long enough for someone to build conviction in a trading model. So for just 6 months, just don't blame yourself too much about it. You're gonna need a bit more time, and eventually when you're like 1 year 2 years into trading the same model, uh you're not gonna experience this thing that much. I am watching Gold for Shores. Okay, let me check them now. Anthony. Like I'm actually not looking for anything else. How long should I backtest for data collection of unicorn model? I guess you could like do a few months. Like it's up to you, really. It's up to you of how sure you want to be that this model works long term. Like I know because I did the back testing. I know because I've been trading it for years now. I know already. It's a matter of how long do you think you need to be convinced that this model works, or the model enough for it to work, make it work long term, if that makes sense. I guess if you could do like 6 months of back testing, like I don't know, each week you can do a month of back testing easy. So just set a long-term goal of doing a whole year of back testing or 6 months of back testing, and I'm sure you're gonna see that the model works. Exactly, Andres. Like when you have seen the same setup form over and over, you create like another sense on you, that where everything aligns and you just see it straight away, you can tell that this is a setup that you would take and that you have to take it. Like it's a feeling on you that you actually get with the conviction and time trading the model. I've tested it a bit, but I'm seeing the setups on both sides. How should I fix this? Then the way, if you can frame setups on both sides, then what you need to fix is the way you form bias. My way to form bias is just going from the daily chart into the 4 hour, into the 1 hour, into the 15 minute, and look for fair value gaps and liquidity sweeps. Like all I look is sweeps on the higher time frame and fair value gaps like this. Like we are trading into a fair on the 4 hour. Like same thing we did here. Like it didn't make sense for me to trade against this 1 hour gap. Now we are going below it, but because we took the high here, we formed the swing on the hourly. Like there's a bunch of different things more to learn. But if you focus on the fair value gaps on the high time frame, I think you're going to be able to take winning trades by just waiting for high time frame fair value gaps. That's it. Completely true, Andres. Like if you are in a trade and you're feeling anxious or you might fear that something's not going well, one, or it's a trade that you shouldn't have taken and you know it, or you're risking too much. And usually it's more the second option rather than the first one. For me, they are, Tom. Like I prefer to take a trade. I mean, realistically, they're both the same thing. As like the higher the time frame, the strongest is the point of interest for me. I think you can trade both. Um, but I don't know why. I usually end up taking trades more based on fair value gaps rather than just swing highs and swing lows, high time frame swing highs and swing lows. I don't know why. It's just matter of preference. They both work the same way, same logic. Yeah. I guess the drawn liquidity was to the tick, like a spot on to the high and then go lower. That was that was same thing as Monday, I think it was, where we just tapped into it and then moved lower. Like if you go back to the replays and see Monday and Thursday last week, you're gonna see that the trades are looking pretty much the same thing as here. Like really, really, really identical. Where we went Monday was the same, but instead I just shorted the move from the high. And I think Thursday last week was a long, also based off a 15-minute gap. Yeah, also Wednesday we live too. My personal thoughts, I don't really execute on the 3 minute, like almost never. Um, I do on the 5 minute and I do on the 1 minute. I personally prefer the 1 minute just because I don't like to stay inside the trades for a long time, and I just feel that now if I have to trade the 5 minute breakers, for example, I'm gonna have to wait a lot more. And for the type of market that we are seeing right now, where price movements don't don't usually follow through that much. Like it's usually like a move, then a retracement, then another move higher, then a retracement. I really want to just capture that small portion through the 1 minute, be like this trade, be in and out as quick as possible. Today was a 3 minute trade, like on the third minute, we took the take profit. I think on Monday, it took like I think on the same 1 minute candle, we took the entry and they take profit. So I prefer now to trade the lower time frame, just because that way I'm right or wrong faster. It is true that going through price action on the 1 minute like today, it's not the easiest thing to do. And usually the higher time frame is way cleaner. So it also depends some on the experience of each person. I would suggest someone that's starting to stay on the 5 minute and just use the 1 minute on high volume time windows, like New York session. Probably you're gonna see that the 1 minute is way cleaner than London. But yeah, you can navigate markets on any time frame. You're gonna see Alex taking trades on the 15-second chart. What we can do, guys, if you guys are interested, I don't even mind like 1 day, because we usually have like the London sessions are usually slow. Do you prefer if the price breaks above the breaker and displays with displacement, or for use the same? Obviously, displacement is always better than not having displacement. Like today with this breaker, we had displacement. What usually comes with displacement is the fair value gap within the breaker block. And it's always better to have the fair value gap with the breaker block aligned. Without displacement, usually we don't have the fair value gap, so we just have the breaker block. So it makes sense that displacement is better than no displacement, because usually with the displacement, we have the fair value gap. Oh, no, 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 no. I would take it anyway. Like for me, again, the displacement for me is just like more of decisiveness of, like, it's more like the market is telling me that it's more the size of what the move is, like the move that it is doing, but I would take it anyway. Like I usually take more breakers alone than breakers with fair value gap. I think the entry, the way you get into the market, is the least important thing in your analysis. A plus, it's pretty much A plus for me. It's when we have everything in conjunction. Like you have a great drawn liquidity. The the moment we get into the high time frame point of interest, it's clean. Then the move away from the high time frame point of interest has displacement. So it's just basically what we have here, but a little bit cleaner. Like this, having smooth edges, a strong liquidity, that would be perfect. So that would be my A plus setup, where we have smooth edges, that the retest from the fair value gap is clean. Like we just have a one tap and we move away. And then here with the breaker, we have the breaker block and the fair value gap align. And this move here through the breaker has displacement. That's an A setup for me, like A plus setup. I don't have a set rule. The truth is, the more time we spend below what is supposed to be something quick through the breaker, like in between the breaker, the least interested I am. Um, but again, it also depends on what we have above. Like if we really have a strong drawn liquidity, then the strong drawn liquidity makes up for that moment of indecisiveness in the market. Um, if you really want to start with a model, set a rule for yourself. Like if we don't have displacement straight away, I don't trade it. You're gonna miss out on some trades at the start, but with time, you're gonna build that conviction, that sixth sense that I was talking about, of like seeing the same thing happen over and over, and being like more open to adding subjective decisions into your trades. Today's trades Today's trade, I think it's an A trade, not A plus, because we tapped into this fair value gap. We couldn't close above the main breaker that I was looking for, and then we move lower. The smooth edges are there, but they're not aligning with any session. I would say it's a B plus or A plus, A normal A, like, but more like a B plus. Like not the perfect trade. Everything made sense. It kind of moved the same way, but price action was not it. Drawn liquidity is not aligning with any session. It's just a high that has smooth edges. Like it's a good setup, but not the perfect setup. Do you use SMTs? No, I don't. I really don't. Like if you see this whole thing here, like all of these highs here was an SMT with ES, and I just traded against the SMT because when I see this type of formations where we have all of this liquidity resting here, I've seen it many times already, where we just go super quick and go for these highs or these lows that form these formations here, these smooth edges. Like that's part of the conviction that I have, that I've seen this, like this type of movement. I've seen it so many times on the 3 years that I've been trading, that every time I see this, something in me is telling that we're gonna get this move. Sometimes obviously we don't get it, but you know, you develop that conviction of being able to spot this type of movements beforehand, and the market usually delivering this type of movements over and over with high percentage of probabilities. Tomorrow we get another London trade, the winning trade. I think we can call it like a whole week with winning trades during London session. Thank you, Nubis. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day, brother. And GG for the payout. You deserve it. Which days are you streaming for London session? Do you have exit days? All days of the week, like the 5 days of the week, excepting like one maybe that I have something to do and I cannot attend, and then it's gonna be covered by Alex or Kane. But I usually stream 5 days a week during London session, and then maybe sometimes I stream New York session with like Alex, Leo, Kane. But usually London sessions are mine. Like I'm always here every day trading in London. So tomorrow you're gonna find me here again at the same time. Yeah, now we have the 1 hour swing. It could be. It could be. But the only thing is that we're still holding this 1 hour gap. That's the only thing. That we are still like we're gonna close in 35 minutes. I really want to see how this closes here. Because we are now trading above the fair value gap. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just remain patient. Like I really think the 2 minute time frame more than the 1 minute time frame is crazy how much fake outs you see on the 1 minute. I just get used to it. Like I don't know. It's part of the game. If I get I could like usually on the 1 minute I'm not going like extremely high risk. So I usually let myself more than one try just in case I get stopped out. To be honest, I think this still looks bullish. The 1 hour reacting from the fill on this fair value gap, it's feeling bullish. Again, I really need to see the 1 hour closing, but so far it could be another bullish move right here. Okay, guys. We're gonna close stream on 3 minutes. I really wanna ask if you have any question before we leave. If not, nothing wrong. We're gonna see each other tomorrow again. I think we had a great stream once more. A bit boring because like the price action uh is just not the best, but I think we did what we could do. Like we took whatever the market um has given us. So that's good. Thank you, Tom. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, same time. So yeah, if someone has any question, it's the right moment. Thank you, brother. I'm happy that you enjoyed it. Len, thank you so much for you to for you being here, like for everyone tuning in. Meta, thank you so much. Oil didn't move much. Gold looks like it's going higher. think we took the right decision here to just stick to NQ. Yeah. M1, thank you, Zaza, thank you so much once again. All right, then. No questions. Thank you so much for the stream. Yeah, Andres, I'm streaming again tomorrow, London. So yeah, yeah. It was just yesterday that I couldn't stream, but today and tomorrow I'm streaming again. So we're gonna see each other. You never fail. It's the date. So yeah, as I was saying, thank you so much for tuning in once more. Great stream, another win. We are on a winning streak here. Let's keep rolling with it and see if we, tomorrow we can catch something else. As I was saying, thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Have a good day. Bye.